So welcome to Open Kitchen's first mystery ingredient cook-off.
Hi, I'm Val Borden.
And Doug.
We're from Falls Church, Virginia.
Hi, I'm Rosa Bustamante. I'm from Tesuque, New Mexico.
Hi, my name is Miraj Bukhari-Frayer. I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
I'm Kathleen Mathai. I am formerly from Washington, D.C. and now live in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Hi, Heather Van Cleave. I was born in England. I have been living in Santa Fe now for 6 years and wake up every morning and think I've died and gone to heaven. Love living.
Yeah, not died, but gone to heaven.
Well, gone to heaven, yes.
I'm Carmen Gonzalez, and I'm here in Santa Fe, and I'm sort of one of Wei Chen's groupies. I go to most of her meals.
I'm obviously here in Santa Fe with Carmen, and I do whatever Carmen and Wei Chen tell me to do.
I'm Alex Solórzano, and I am from Mexico, but I've been here in Santa Fe for 14 years by now.
Hey everybody, I'm Peter O'Brien, here in Santa Fe.
Yay!
I'm Ian Johnson, and I'm British too, and have lived here in Santa Fe for 18 years. I'm the guy who supplies her with all her eggs.
The egg man, yes.
The chicken man.
Saw that this morning.
Yeah, I have 29 chickens.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
And 6 ducks. So
Cool.
I'm happy in isolation with my kids, my girls.
Hi, I'm Janice Anella, and I'm from Philadelphia, and I call myself the beauty chef. I've been in the beauty industry 40 years, and food has always been my passion. So I create food that makes you beautiful from the inside out, and it has to be beautiful.
Wendy Hartzell. I live in Cary, North Carolina. I was one of the groupies of the first Open Kitchen.
Hola, I'm Juanita Thorne Connerty, and I live in La Puebla, New Mexico, which is just about 24 miles north of Santa Fe. I'm originally from New York. However, my husband and I and our kids have been here in New Mexico for 42 years now.
I'm Linda Skiles. I'm from Lyons, Wisconsin, which is just outside Lake Geneva. Most people haven't heard of Lyons. And I work behind the scenes for Open Kitchen.
Thank you all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give the cooks, the chefs, 2 minutes to introduce their dish, what they made using lemons, plus 1 other ingredients at least. And then we're gonna go alphabetical by the first name that's up. So first up we have Doug, the Doug and Val team.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Hi folks, so I'm Val Borden. We made, with our secret ingredient, that's lemon, Limoncello Ricotta Cheesecake.
Ooh. Oh. You live so far away.
My love for baking and Doug's love for citrus. So we thought this really did a nice job of melting our 2 passions. And we really wanted something that was layered. So it's got a really light but yummy crunch on the bottom with a graham cracker crust. And then the center was with ricotta, cream cheese, sugar, and eggs, and a little bit of limoncello, Doug's favorite liqueur. So we're both happy here. So how did we cook it? Well, that's where the challenge came in. I've been telling my husband I need a 9 by 13 inch pan for a while now. The last one got ruined. But then we're moving, we said, let's not buy anything else. So sure enough, this recipe called for a 9 by 13 inch pan. So I said, okay, fine, we'll use a 7 by 11, but you're gonna do the math. And luckily he's a smart guy and he figured out the math. And so we got the ingredients to work and it came out beautifully. But it's all about teamwork, and we are a really good team, and that's a perfect example. So the other thing we did with our dish, in addition to the lemon, we added some lime just to give it a little twist. So how does it taste? Oh, it's delicious. It's light and airy, but yet so pleasing and satisfying. So it's got that sort of buttery graham cracker crust and a light filling. So cheesecake can often, in my opinion, be heavy, but this is light because of the ricotta cheese. And it combines our love for appreciation for our Italian heritage. So that was another reason that we chose this. And we put both limoncello in it, the lime zest and lemon zest, and sprinkled some on top as well for taste and for presentation. We think it's just fabulous. And if that's not proof enough, our 20-year-old son, who doesn't really like citrus desserts, tried it and said he would eat this again. It was that good. So we think we have a winner here. We will be making it again.
So this is the first time you've made this?
It is the first time you've made it.
Yes, we're experimenting again. And Wei Chen, thank you for getting us through Open Kitchen Falls Church to the point of going off recipe and trying things on, experimenting on. In this case, we don't have much of an audience, I mean, just you, but nobody here to taste it. But going off recipe and actually trying things for the first time and serving them to others.
And I've often felt intimidated making cheesecake, because of the whole water bath thing, but really it's quite simple and it works.
Yeah, it worked well.
So what was off recipe?
The lime was off recipe, and then the measurements.
Lime and changing the proportions.
Yeah.
So things like when it calls for 5 eggs, how do you divide that evenly? So it was, it's an experiment, but thanks to the lessons from Open Kitchen, you know what? This one was easy to do. It's yummy.
Can you share?
Awesome. It's almost like it doesn't, you don't think it's a cheesecake.
Right.
Because it's too light.
You can have it for breakfast, lunch, dessert.
Yeah.
How many bottles of limoncello did you drink while you were making?
We'll never tell.
Let's see, we're only down to here and we've cooked it, so.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, Doug and Val. It was lovely. All right. Next up, we have Heather. My dear Heather, what did you?
Okay, right. I made a lemon lavender chicken.
Ooh.
And I've made this before, and I always get rave reviews with it because it's perfect for the summer. It's very, very light, very fragrant. And what it is, it's a marinade which is made with port and lavender and lemon juice and orange, ginger. There's loads of ginger in it, garlic, Dijon mustard. And so you marinate the chicken and then I put it on the grill. And then because I had to serve something with it, I've made, and I've done this before as well, it's eggplant with a buttermilk and yogurt sauce with pomegranate seeds and za'atar sprinkled over the top.
Pickup?
Are
you doing curbside pickup?
I'll just deliver. We'll barter. I'll exchange you some for eggs.
Okay,
all right?
sold.
Okay. Deal. And I don't know if anybody saw what it looks like. I can try and
let's
tilt.
see it. Let's see it.
All right. I'm going to try and tilt it and.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
wow. Oh, yeah, that looks delicious.
All right. So, as I say, I've done both the recipes before, and I normally what I'll also serve with this is a Mediterranean couscous.
Nice.
And the nice thing about it is you can prep it reasonably well in advance, and it's so easy to make. I mean, it's really straightforward. I mean, the lemon lavender chicken sounds complicated, but it isn't. You just make the marinade up, and you can make that up the day in advance. So it really is a very, very simple dish to make.
So you made this before, Heather?
Yes, I made this.
Have you varied in any of the recipes over the years, or have you stayed with it?
I normally stay with the recipe because it works. The one thing I would say is the eggplant is from Ottolenghi's book Plenty. And
I love that.
Yeah, I love it. And when I've made the buttermilk and yogurt sauce in the past, it's tended to be a little too runny if I follow the instructions in the book. So what I did this time was I made it a bit thicker. So I didn't put so much buttermilk in it. So that's the difference. The difference that I've done on this one.
So I'm going to spend a couple minutes talking about my fail. So I'm fairly new to Santa Fe, so I'm learning all this about high altitude baking. So here I am. I thought I'd be really ambitious and make lemon lavender French macaroons. Of course, my egg whites completely, like my cookies, completely failed. But they tasted really awesome. So as I was peeling them off the cookie sheet, I thought, hey, these would make really awesome truffles.
Oh.
Completely went off recipe. I rolled them as truffles, then rolled them in pecans, and then topped them with sugared lemon. Yeah. So that was my fail, and actually they came out really well. But what I really made was this, which is lemon pork ragu with tagliatelle. And what I tried to do is make everything from stuff I already had in the house, and unfortunately I didn't have any tagliatelle, so I made hand-cut tagliatelle with it. So first time I ever made it. It's got you infuse the oil with garlic, and then it has kind of a mirepoix of onions and celery that you sweat. Then it has pancetta, ground pork, and if I were going to do it again, I would brown the pork a little bit more. It said not to brown it too much, but I think I like my pork a little bit more browned. White wine, and then Parmesan, and then the lemon in it is lemon zest. So that's what this is. And I definitely make it again. It was really pretty. Good. Don't know if I'd make the pasta again, but didn't have anything else to do, so so I ended up with it.
Awesome. Again, we get to ask these folks questions. So, Miraj, you're up.
So, Miraj, I'm not the illusion, but for real, and I've actually made something, a family tradition in our family. We're actually partly from Pakistan, and the other part, my father's side's from Afghanistan. So I made something called Nargisi Kofta, and so it's a kofta, it's a meatball, and it's stuffed with, it's an egg actually stuffed with ground meat around it. And part of making this, it's infused with Kashmiri spices and Persian salt, and onions and garlic that's sauteed into a curry sauce, and then the meatballs are placed into the curry sauce, so you can take a look. And so what's formed, and then you slice them up and you serve them with, I made some sides here, so just for those who are inquisitive to know, I made a plau. So it's made with chickpeas and lemon and cilantro and some cumin in there. So, and it also goes with the Afghan eggplant garlicky sauce. So I know one of our chefs here also made something with eggplant and pomegranate. So we use a lot of pomegranate into our drinks and our salads. So this is something, it's been sprinkled with a little bit of sumac. So kind of provides like a main meal for our guests. It's been in our family for over 4 or 5 generations. So very proud to present it here.
That's beautiful. So we would love to hear more about how you learned. Was a oral history, or how did you get the recipe?
So as to how the recipe was passed down. Okay, so with the Nargisi Kofta, that actually comes from my grandmother. She's from Upper Pradesh, from India, and they resettled in Pakistan. So with that, there's a lot of meat dishes, and I'm going to share with you that the fact that majority of my family members eat meat, I'm actually vegetarian. So the type of meat I sourced was Beyond Meat with a little bit of tofu, and some chickpea flour for the binding. Just
I
to
really
keep
like
it together. Yeah, so it's very conscious eating. There's very minimal oil that was used, and if it was a particular type of oil, I did use olive oil. And lots of chili to burn all that fat.
Beautiful.
And so anyway, so this is, so the Nargisi Kofta, Nargisi means beautiful eyes, and kofta. So when you slice it, it looks like a set of open eyes looking at you, ready to be devoured. So
Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much. Last is Rosa. So.
So I decided to take a risk since I was the only chef, and I thought I'm going to make something I've never made before. So what I did was my daughter loves tiramisu, and she'll fight me to the last bite of tiramisu. So what I did was I made a kind of like a spring lemon tiramisu. So I used the lady fingers and I brushed them with a simple syrup of lemon. And I grilled these the lemon, the lime, and the grapefruit that I used. I grilled them so it had a little extra depth of flavor. Also, I made my own lemon pudding to put on tiramisu, and I kind of incorporated some whipped cream. So I'm actually gonna slice it now and put it on a plate to see if it melts, and then show you how we garnish it.
Oh, yum.
Let's see what happens.
How long has it been setting? Rosa, how long has it been in the fridge?
So because I made the homemade pudding, lemon pudding, the pudding had to set for at least 3 or 4 hours. And after that, you have to put it on top, set on top of the ladyfingers so it doesn't make the ladyfingers like mush. You have to put it back in the fridge for at least 3 or 4 hours. Oh, they're crisp.
Ooh, I'm on my way over.
Ooh.
Okay, so this came out the way I wanted.
That's always a good thing.
You were brave doing that on camera.
That's what I was thinking.
Thank you, Rosa, for adding a little excitement.
You can tell the professionals are there.
So
Wow.
Very nice.
Oh, gorgeous.
When I cut into the ladyfingers, they were still very crisp, which was kind of put a lot of syrup on them. It was I did mostly lemon, a little bit of lime because I love the contrast, and grapefruit. You could do blood orange.
Ooh.
And I'm going to be honest with you because I'm not going to lie about this.
Let's hear it.
Calm down, Juanita. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta lick the screen.
The stroop waffle with the mini stroop waffle, which I thought was going to be the highlight. I thought I was going to add more citrus. I think the recipe I have now is perfect. Oh my God. It doesn't have too much citrus. The ladyfingers are still very crisp. And then you can garnish with some blueberries and raspberries. But man, that's spring right there. That tastes really.
Is that recipe written down or is it just in your head?
I wrote it down for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
But I hate to blow my own horn, but it's pretty good. It has a perfect amount of acid to the fat. I bet if I ate the stroop waffle with a little bit of the blueberry and raspberry, it would balance it out. I think I should have added more whipped cream to the top. I could have piped more whipped cream, which would have been a bite if you didn't want the fullness. I'm happy with that. I like that. Wow, I didn't want it to be too sour, but I think I like that. And if you guys want the recipe, I have it.
Yes,
Well, we will ask that all of the chefs post their recipes. Okay, perfect. Well, congratulations to all of our chef team. Let's give them a clap, and then open up for any discussion, any kind of questions you may have to any of our chef members. Any surprises? Any kudos? Any questions?
I asked Val and Doug if that was a recipe that they had found or made up. Was your recipe made up or was it something you had found?
It's an Ina garden recipe originally.
A what?
Ina garden.
Yeah.
Vanessa Contessa.
Yep.
Did you say there was
I like that teamwork aspect.
She's the baker. I'm the go-off recipe guy. So it kind of worked out well this time.
For Heather, I wondered if she grows her own lavender.
Ooh.
No. I might do this year if I can ever get to the garden centre to buy some plants. But no, I just use the culinary lavender.
Okay. And where did you get that? Where did you get the culinary?
I got it at Sprouts.
I hope, Heather, you're posting that recipe.
Especially for you, my darling.
Thank you. Us Brits.
All the recipes, they all are delicious.
We've got to stick together.
Yeah, we have to stick together.
I'd like Kathy's truffles recipe too.
So actually, I have a question for any of the chefs because my egg whites I only beat to soft peaks because I was afraid, if you beat them to hard, they'll fall. Well, they fell anyway. So, any help on the beating of egg whites and cooking?
I would put the mixing bowl in the freezer.
And it did all that, washed it, did it with vinegar, everything, and they beat fine. I think I stopped it soft.
You have to beat a little bit past,
not hard, but like medium soft. Hard soft.
Actually, Kathleen, I've got a recipe. Let me see if I'll send it to you because I made a lemon meringue pie and it's called a mile high lemon meringue pie. And I can actually send you a picture of it because the meringue was literally that high.
Yeah, it beat okay. I just thought I wasn't supposed to beat them as hard because of the altitude.
No, and did you put cream of tartar in it?
There we go. Maybe the problem is the eggs.
I think I just stopped too soon.
I mean, I beat them,
Beat them
and
stiff.
I've had quite success with meringue here. Not so much with other things of the altitude, you have to make adjustments, but with the meringue, it's.
I was going to say, we've always done them on high speed, warm, actually. So we warm them up over a double boiler and whisk them really fast and for a while, and over whisk them. And then if there's any yolk at all, even the slightest bit of yolk in them,
they actually beat fine.
Yeah.
I think I just stopped too soon because.
Oh, I hate it when you do that.
Yeah. Everything I read said don't beat them to stiff peaks because anything will fall in the oven. So.
No. Don't ever stop too soon.
All right.
Peter and Sandy
really bad there, but I stopped myself.
So for those out-of-towners, Chef Peter is an amazing chef in Santa Fe and Texan. He does awesome food, beautiful food, and we just can't wait to get back to a place, Peter, where we can actually have your food and see you at the same time.
I miss you.
I miss you all. Hey, Wei Chen, mention something about lemonade.
Yeah.
Or virtual lemonade.
So for the folks who are in town and not, well, anybody, it's virtual.
Yeah.
Chef Peter and I are very privileged to be connected with Creative Santa Fe's fundraising event with a lineup of a lot of entertainers, acts. May 8th, we're going to send out a links, or actually I've already been posting, but I'll post it again. You can dial in. It's 8 o'clock Mountain Time, and you can donate. It's really going towards 2 or 3 organizations in New Mexico to support those in need. And then Chef Peter's doing food for pickup. I posted my limoncello recipes, but it's just really a great effort of everybody coming together to support those who are in need. Those of us on this screen, I believe, are also very blessed. And we need to kind of pause and pay tribute and do whatever we can for those around us. So I hope we'll be able to click and join some great acts. Peter, tell us about.
So I was looking up 20% of all funds are raised will go to
the artists themselves, I think.
Yeah, artists, participating artists,
yes.
And New Mexico, the Northern New Mexico Fund, and the Santa Fe County Connect Fund. Where's the list?
On that.
Okay, Allie
McGraw. There's local and there's international artists.
Okay, are we all calling in? Are we all going to dial in on May 8th?
Yeah. I think it's a great event.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
8 p.m. on May 8th.
And then we can all drink our limoncello.
Yeah.
There'll be singers, poets, actors, filmmakers, dancers, and all kinds of other performers. So.
Oh, wow.
Janice, what do you think? I'm so happy to connect with you.
I know.
Janice does beautiful foods as well, in terms of very intentional eating, a lot of plant-based foods. We love all of your cuisine. I think you do a lot of Indian fairs and other global.
It's a mixed cultural. Because I love the Za'atar, I love what Miraj is doing and all those spices, and I like to mix them into different things. Like the taco that I posted, that was made from walnuts instead of Beyond Meat. And then I just made it with the spices. But I also take it next level. I soaked the walnuts overnight, sprouted them, then dehydrated them, and then put them in the Cuisinart with the peppers and the seasoning and all that, and then put it back in the dehydrator. So it's a lot of planning, you know. You could like put it together and then forget about it in the dehydrator. So, and then I'll make blender sauces, you know, with pine nuts, nuts and seeds. I try, it can get high fat, so you have to watch it. I like to use more vegetables, you know, with the sauces. But, you know, triple fat is always good.
Sounds
If
yummy.
you can do it plant-based. It's really easy.
Janice, do you have a restaurant in town?
No, I used to own a health food store in Philadelphia with my husband. It was called a Sea Market, and we bought it from the original owners. It's been there over 40 years, and we just let that go. So I'm just doing I'm doing dinner parties for women. So it's kind of you know, in my home. I'm not doing anything right now except for you guys and whatever I'm creating in the kitchen.
I'm really intrigued because, you know, I'm also such a conscious eater, and yes, everything around you is beauty. So if you, and you know, when it comes to food, the presentation, the flavors, the scent, you know, it's just, you have to just embrace it all and just really be grateful for what you have in front of you. So yeah, if you have like a website or something to follow you, that would be great.
Instagram is mostly my food stuff. Beautify 18, it's my name. Lovely.
So Juanita, any thoughts on what you have experienced, all the dishes?
Yes, I have to tell you that I'm a viewer for sure, because I really don't cook. My husband and partner of over 51 years, he's been the cook. So it's only recently that I've started to really enjoy cooking, which is interesting because I like to buy things for the kitchen. I don't like to be in the kitchen. I do like to cook. I like to switch it up. Love lemons. Love the idea of I don't eat chicken. I'm a pescatarian. So in thinking of the dishes, I was thinking more in terms of how can I switch the chicken into salmon? That sounds really good to do a lemon lavender salmon dish. That sounds fabulous. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
I love what you just said, because a lot of the sauces, right, all the herbs and spices are so applicable to a variety of protein, whether it's plant-based protein or protein. And so as we cook, we can experiment with how we want to eat. That's fitting for our lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. And certainly I love the meatball egg, you know, using Beyond. That just blew me away. So that's something, I want the recipe. I want to try.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
Now, Heather and I would call that a Scotch egg.
Yes.
It's amazing what's in there. They use pomegranate, pea protein, beets, and everything. And it just, you know, when I was just like, you know, this is going to be good for me once I consume it. Like, you know, is it going to be some kind of aftermath?
Yeah.
But no, it's just completely plant-based, very healthy. It smells and tastes exactly like meat. It's so frightening.
It looks amazing. It looks so incredibly amazing. So
love what Beyond Meat does. Beyond Meat's products are phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this type of food never substitutes the real vegetation that we have growing. So, but you know, if it ever comes to hosting meals to those individuals who love to eat meat, it kind of blows their mind away. We fooled a lot of people that way.
Me.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah, please, guys, can you post your recipes or, you know, just notes of what you did on Open Kitchen Events group? Get the word out, share it amongst ourselves, and then invite others to kind of do what you did and share how it applied for them.
I want to do this again.
If you guys had an original recipe, if you guys had an original recipe, it will be interesting to see what you guys changed to make it work with the lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're okay, viewers, knowing that it was lemon, being a mystery ingredient. Were there things that you in the kitchen would do?
I would have gone with the dessert for sure.
Me too. I have a warm
The coconut. I would have gone with the coconut pie with lemon
pie.
I'd have gone with it in my gin and tonic.
You're so good.
That's what my husband said. Vodka and lemon. That's 2 ingredients.
Might be good as lemon chicken.
Really, really gave it another layer of flavor. I can imagine how grilling a lemon for like a gin stick or grilling a lime for that. The grilling, of course, it brings out another flavor, and even a grapefruit. I grilled a grapefruit, caramelized with sugars. I can imagine how that squeezed into a drink would taste.
Can I just read something?
Yes.
It's from the late Anthony Bourdain, and I think it's just so on point for what we're doing today. It says, when someone cooks for you, they are saying something. They are telling you about themselves, where they came from, who they are, what makes them happy. And I think it's so true, because I mean, I love cooking, but I love cooking for people I love. And it's my way, and I have some humdingers of, failures, but, it's my way of expressing my love for them. Yes.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so true. So true.
Yeah. It is very, very true.
Yeah.
Because I know firsthand why Chen puts her love into every dish she makes.
Thank you so much, all of you, for bringing joy across the world. Even though we don't see each other, we have this connection through food and through cooking and sharing. So, well, I guess this is awesome. It's about an hour. I don't know how long this would take, but I think the hour feels good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thank you to all of the chefs, and thank you to all of the viewers for your thoughtful questions and comments, and just being part of this community of friends.
It was nice to meet everyone.
Thank you for putting together.
Everyone.
Yeah. Good to see everyone.
We look forward to that limoncello shipment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Goodbye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
See ya.